The Wolverines will get us underway with the opening kickoff. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run the RPO and throw it right.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Running back goes in motion. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Picked up some yardage on the ground. Now here comes second down. The back goes in motion. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. That one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backwards. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big time.
And the pass hits, picked off. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
All right, good news, the game just got started. There's still a lot of football left to play. The bad news is, though, you've already now turned it over and handed the defense an interception. Quarterback's going to have to be more dialed in with his decision-making in this game.
They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Handoff to the single back. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
But he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Give to the running back.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding him the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Looking to throw, it's Warren. Fires to the big fella. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's coming.
Yeah, and 3rd and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
On fourth down, looking for the completion. That's caught. It's Morris. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. He unleashed a bullet on that pass and converted the fourth down.
Gotta love it. Some people get conservative. Some people don't want to mess up. Fourth down, you could tell. He wanted that window, and he threw it as hard as he could. Throws a strike to the wide receiver. Gets the big fourth down conversion.
And the Wolverines have it with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And if you want to bring all your tight ends in the game, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to bring in more linebackers, more defensive linemen, get ready for the run, less speed on the field, especially when you get down here in the red zone. I feel like I can match up man-to-man with those tight ends in the back end. Nice job understanding a run was coming.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. We'll take a quick break as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the first half. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. The play action fake. It's complete to the right. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown Wolverines.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. And I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. So Texas has it again, and here comes the offense. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him, maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Scanning the field, it's Ewers. Fires to the big fella. He's got it out to the 37 after gaining 5. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Off the play fake on first down. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The Longhorns hit it quickly to the line. They'll try the right side. At the 35, he's open. Running toward the tape. Touchdown, Texas! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
And I love that this offense stuck to it. Stuck to the run game. Didn't panic. They got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Makes the grab. It's Edwards. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
And listen, I know that wasn't a huge gain. It was positive, but I like doing more of that in today's college football. I'm just going to try to give my playmakers a chance to do damage in space away from all the big boys inside.
Really nice job there by the quarterback, understanding that it's zone coverage on third down. You're going to have to find someone working into a soft spot. Get the ball out of your hands quickly, make an accurate throw, and pick up the first. Well done.
And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
Back to throw, it's Warren. Looking to the big tight end. And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mid on the foot line.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. Trying play action. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Looking deep. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. And the Longhorns will kick it off to start the second half. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for them?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. They'll toss it to the left. Went to the running game on third down and picked up 5, but still a couple of yards short. It's 4th and 2.
It's a nice game, but the big theme here is they just haven't been able to get the run game going on offense. They've been very one-dimensional. They're just not being physical enough at the point of attack.
They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they can't connect. A costly turnover on down.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
To the air on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
When you're on defense and you get to play outside linebacker, it's about as good as it gets, right? I get to rush the passer just like this and put him on the ground. Then I get to cover in space. I get to move all over the place. Great job by the outside linebacker. The most fun position to play in college football.
That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And that was good defense again, and unfortunately we've been saying that all game long. Really, really good defense, or, listen, you can spin on the other side. This offense has really been bad.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
Well, that was going to take a Herculean effort by that kicker, and he just didn't have enough leg on that kick.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe
down your throats, and they gashed you.
The offense sets up shop at the 46 on first down. Looking for room. It's Edwards. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. The give to the back. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ball game. Second down coming up. Dropping back, it's Warren. Quick strike complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
I know a lot of people are going to look at that play and say, man, that was a bad play. Didn't gain any yards. But that could be the offense maybe setting something up. The play caller is going to remember that last play. He's going to remember how the defense reacted to it, made a quick tackle. They might pump that throw and then hit another player vertically down the field for an explosive play down the line. Just keep that in mind.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop on a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. Coming after him. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. On first down, here comes this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Pulls it in. It's Bond. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Blue. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Looking to throw on second down. Touchdown, Longhorns! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And how about this offense, man? They knew they needed to execute. Great play calling, great drive, put it together. Now you got a chance to go up by 7 late in this ball game and then let your defense go on the field and seal it for you.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced this situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my timeouts.
Timeout called by the offense. We have 18 seconds left.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Looking to throw, it's Warren. Throws toward the end zone. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the fourth quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Takes it from the gun on third down. And the quarterback is snowed under. To be honest, both of these offenses played as if they were waist deep in mud. Plenty of struggles, and they come up just short in this one.
Definitely a defensive struggle here. So the good news for this team is you like what you saw on that side of the football, guys making plays, but the offense has got to be able to pick it up. You've got to be able to find ways to generate explosive plays and generate points. They couldn't do it.
And it's very frustrating for a defense when you see your offense time and time again not come through. They did their job. Offense next time just has to do a lot better.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Nestled on the banks of the Hudson River, Michie Stadium. It will play host to some of the nation's finest today and another thrilling edition of Army football. We've got a top 25 showdown in this one. Both teams with an opportunity to get a statement victory. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Army Black Knights. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. First down for this offense. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, when you're handing off to your fullback, oftentimes these guys need some space to work so they can build up a head of steam and get the speed going, but that guy didn't have anywhere to go on that one.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Daly. Getting some heat. And they're on him in a heartbeat, and down he goes.
And you're seeing the pass rush on the second play of the drive. They dial it up. Look at the speed and athleticism this defense has as they corral the quarterback for a loss.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. And that pass picked off. Taking it the other way. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Alabama!
I mean, you talk about coming out of the defense and setting the tone and letting them know it's going to be a long game. Let's do this. How about a pick 6 on the first possession? Nice job by the defense coming out and striking first in this ball game.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. Army has it back in the offense, ready to go. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking to pass. It's Daly. Checks it down to his running back. Tackled immediately after the catch.
Well, it's important in this game this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll put the tight end in motion. They'll try to power their way ahead. And the Black Knights have a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
The Black Knights will snap it on 1st and 10.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job gang tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Back to throw, it's Daly. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. Here comes the offense on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Tripped up at the 25 after picking up 4.
Small gain, I know, but again, the defense knows he's going to run the football. He's willing to run the football, not just drop back and pass, make him honor the run game. You got to do a lot of this.
On the ground, it's Haynes. Gets it across the 30 to the 31, a pickup of 5. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can build on this lead before the break. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge. And that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
A 3rd and long coming up here. To the air, it's Milroe. He'll try to do it himself. At midfield, he's got room. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Man, that's so frustrating, and it happens so fast. He just pulls it down. It looks like pass. He pulls it down, and he's gone. Just like that, chewing up yards. So much speed, so hard to stop.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
After the missed connection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Gets away from one. He's going to run it. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be. They'll immediately call timeout. All the way down to the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly complete.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Bama! That touchdown gives his team a pretty significant lead at this point.
And that's what you want. You want to start fast. You want everything to come out and start clicking, make some plays. It doesn't always work that way, but when you do, man, the energy, the crowd, everybody's into it. Now the other team better respond.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll start the return inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And with time running out here in the first half, this offense will choose to take a knee. We'll see if they can dig one up that goes forward this time on 2nd down from the 18. And the Black Knights will kick it off to start the second half. And here's the return. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Here comes that Alabama offense. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Moves around to clear up the vision. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
They'll need to convert this 3rd down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. For jet sweep pass. Looks like Alabama will pick up the first down.
I love the idea, and I love just finding ways to get your best players out in the open field. This pre-snap motion and using it to their advantage on that last play, I think that was a nice call.
Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30 to the 31 and a 6-yard pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust.
I think they called that knowing they weren't going to hit a home run. So why would you call it then? Well, you call it so third down becomes an easier down. It's not third and long where I have to pass the football. Now all options on the table.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down.
Defense is about feeling out the offense and what they like to do. What are they going to do in third and short, third and medium, third and long? So far, the offense is winning. Defense is going to need to make some adjustments.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
That incompletion leads to second down and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On the run, still looking. He'll throw one to his right. And it's caught inside the 25. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Plows ahead for a pickup of 4 down to the 14. Wideouts all wadded up in a bunch. From the gun, running back gets to give. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. They'll run it on 1st and goal. Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th. The kickoff unit about to go to work. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cadets have it back as Army goes back on offense. To the ground with the back. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Using his legs, it's Stewart. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. This is where you make the money on the drives. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. They'll leave it with him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of 3rd and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You can throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Here's the handoff. Just sort of a relentless run, getting everything that was available to him, and they'll mark him down at the 40. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down and 2nd and 6. They'll give it to the back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative. Whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front 7 has dominated this entire game.
Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. The Black Knights will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Signals for the fair catch and hauls it in just shy of the 30. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah.
Oh, he wants it all. Fires it into a crowd, and it's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
You know, I like the decision by the quarterback in terms of where he was going with the ball. Just don't like the accuracy. That was not good location on the throw. Got away from him a little bit, and the defense able to come up with a big pick.
Power football with the run. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics, and I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things, but find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
And that's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.